Hey guys, welcome to the Champions Mind podcast with your host, me, Naira Fields, three-time Olympian and former professional athlete. Today we're going to talk about playing through pressure, performing when the stakes are high. You ever feel like everything you work for comes down to one moment, a job interview, a performance, a big game, and suddenly the pressure hits different? How do you perform when it counts the most? The purpose of this episode is to explore the psychological tools elite athletes use to deliver under pressure, how you can apply these tools to your everyday life, and how to train your mind to handle it like a champion. So this is 2016. It's my first Olympics ever in Rio. I'm hype. Prior to the Olympics, we always do this thing where all the vets talk about their experience in previous Olympics. And the way they're telling their stories, honestly, it sounds so like life-changing and exciting. And there's a spotlight on your life for that moment when you're at the Olympics. So going in, I was like super excited. My first Olympics. I remember opening ceremony, feeling like a rock star. Like we come out, there's at least 60, 70,000 people in the stands. It's dark. We walk out the tunnel when Canada is announced and everybody's going crazy. In that moment, I felt like I had one of those big I made it moments. And I really felt like I achieved everything I wanted in that moment. So after opening ceremony, I'm like super hype. I got all the energy and I'm just ready to play. Like I'm ready to hoop. So we go into the tournament. We win our first game versus Serbia. And then we play the second game versus France. And if anybody knows anything about basketball, we have this huge rivalry against France where there's moments they beat us and we're like not doing well. And then there's moments we beat them. So we're just like going back and forth. And being that we have this rivalry and it's my second game in, I'm super hyped. I got a little bit of momentum under me. So we go into the game and they're just lighting us up. Like the whole game, they're hitting threes, playing great defense. So the momentum was all on their side. I come off the bench and I'm just like super hyped, but I knew I needed to make a pivotal moment in this game. So I go in with the intention of, I don't need to score. I just need to help this team change the momentum. So I go in and I'm guarding Joanna's their best player. And I'm like, I'm just going to make her life a living hell. I start playing great defense, get deflects. Everybody's hype. We go on this run where we come back and tie the game. And from that moment, the momentum changed. So they called timeout. And obviously we have all the momentum. And really what allowed me to get to a point where I can come in and shift the momentum for our team was my focus. And what I did intentionally before the game was that I knew going in, just talking to like vets and how everybody was just preparing me prior to going into Olympics, that there was going to be a lot of distractions. The spotlight is going to be on you. There's going to be a lot of talk. So the most important thing going into the Olympics was to be focused. And with that being said, I was able to go into that game knowing that I had to be super focused, super locked in, super present to the moment in order to perform at my highest. So I would do my regular pregame routine, eat, shower, take a nap. But what I really focused on going into that game was my meditation practice. And before the game, I did a 5-minute breath work. And then I did a 20-minute meditation session to really just ground me and get me focused and present. So when I was on the court or when I was on the bench, I was really focused to how in the game, there was areas that when I did get my name called to go onto the court, that I can change the momentum of the game. And that's exactly what I did to really just push myself, perform at my optimal best, and help the team get to a new level in the game. So a real life example of this would look like a professional preparing for a high stakes job interview. He can use similar cues such as like music or affirmations or meditation if that's what works for him. Also, self-talk is really important. So depending on who you are and like how you know yourself, you can use all of those tools to really help you really stay focused, really stay calm under pressure, and to be able to really bring your best self to the moment. There's a bunch of tools you can use. One of them is just having the mental prep work behind staying calm under pressure, which could look like breath work, visualization, consistent pre-performance rituals, and learning how to center yourself mentally are all a part of a champion's toolkit. An example of this is Serena Williams has openly discussed using visualization techniques before matches to create mental readiness. That's something that I've used as well. The slight difference that I would use in that skill set is I would actually watch my highlight reels, and that was like a way to prime my brain to perform the same type of skills on court. And that was also very helpful to me. So it could look like visualization or just really going over all of your success whether it's on paper or in video format. Those are all also very great tools to use to help you stay calm under pressure. Another tool that you can use is reframing pressure as a privilege. Instead of fearing pressure, embrace it. It means you're in the game, that people trust you, and that you're ready for growth. An example of this is actually something that I used during the game. Whenever I would sub in and out and I was on the bench, I would use a breathwork technique to help ground myself and recenter myself. Even if it was like a bad shift or a good shift, I took that moment when I first sat in my chair or on the bench, and I would do a breathwork exercise, which is just one deep breath in, one deep breath out, and I repeat that 4 times. And that actually really helped me just recenter myself so I can go back into my next shift super focused, super present, and able to really perform at a really high level. Thanks for tuning into The Champion's Mind. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to subscribe, share with a friend, and leave a review. Your feedback helps more people tap into the mindset that makes a difference. Also, be sure to follow the show on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen. And remember, your mindset is your power. Use it.